chill stream. No detractor memes, bathroom breaks, playing WWE, relax and chill session of Street Fighter 3. Like I'm getting my vibe back from 2017.
Chill Murray spends his whole fucking day talking about Phil.
Yo, what up? It's your boy. Man, yesterday was a good day. If you were here for the restream or you were around Twitter, the detractor circles, bro, I'm trying to tell you, for all the grief Phil's been giving us in the community with all his dalliances, schemes, and misadventures, it was nice to get a good hearty laugh. Phil, it was the Halloween marathon, bro, and the pig came trotting out in a wig. So yeah, we're still in the review arc, like the interview arc. And you know Moist Critical, the dude has almost like, what, 12 million subs? So Phil saw a clip of Moist Critical talking about him, and oh boy, Phil was feeling some type of way about it, dude. I'm trying to tell you, Phil literally just went off the rails, bro. Just ranting and raving about how Moist Critical, see, he's misconstruing things. He watches detractor stuff. Let me tell you my side of the story, Snort. And then he pretty much gives you a preview of what a goddamn interview with him would look like. It's insane. This is an insane video. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm sorry. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good fun stuff. It's time to have some fun with our boy Phil.
Because today is essentially the fallout from yesterday's Halloween marathon, which was a very exciting event. Lots of people stopped by, lots of people hung out and enjoyed a variety of games, enjoyed my Halloween costume.
Bro, Phil came out here looking like a great value Hillary Clinton, dude. Or a very, very broke Martha Stewart. Like Martha Stewart if she wasn't able to bounce back after prison. Oh.
It's funny, you can definitely see the ridiculous amount of actual bigoted people on the internet, just in my chat. There's people saying things like, oh, you're a cross-dresser now and stuff, because I'm wearing a wig. Like, you think it's funny to say that. It's not. It's not funny. You're basically making fun of people. And you're not even making fun of me. You're making fun of a whole group of people. Like, why are you saying horrible things like that? Like, this is Ken. It's the whole outfit of Ken with his hair. This is what his hair exactly looks like, a Street Fighter. And you're going to sit here and be saying, oh, you're dressing up like a woman. Oh, you're dressing up like a cross-dresser. It's like, so, wow, you want to prove how fucking bigoted and immature and how scumbaggish you are that you would say fucked up, insulting stuff like that on the internet. You're not even insulting me. You're insulting other people. Like, why would you even say that? What the fuck's your problem?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, help me. Oh, man. Oh, yesterday was a good day. Phil really did he was getting mad, bro. His own fans were dunking on him all day.
I got a major segment on the podcast today where I'm going to be addressing a particular YouTuber who a lot of people talked or messaged me during yesterday's marathon about, saying that they had said stuff about me. What did they think about that? I'm going to address that on the show today. There's going to be a whole segment about it. It goes right in line with what I was saying exactly, well, a little over 1 week ago now. I said to you guys, hey, I know for a fact there's a ton of misconceptions about me on the internet that not only little small-time haters and fucking assholes say, but we're talking ginormous YouTubers, streamers, even, you know, channels that are supposed to be reputable journalism, which is obvious they're not when all they do is regurgitate detractor memes about me without vetting any information. I want to talk about this because it's hurtful. It's concerning, and it's exactly what I was talking about a week ago when I said I want a chance to go public and have a public interview with someone, you know, like that, so that basically I can clear the air about all the misconceptions about me, so at least my side of the story is out there. And hey, if you don't believe me or whatever, that's fine. That's your choice, but at least my side will be out there. Right now, it's not. Right now, it's all you hear is the negativity from people about me, and you don't hear the other side of the story, okay?
Here we go. No. Dude, I'm telling you, the story of Darkside Phil is like the Holy Bible, bro. It is this dumb, rich history full of misadventure, scams, dalliances. You know, it's scams. and manipulations, like, and greed, bro. I don't know how many more words I could come up with. Like, Phil acts like, oh my God, bro, I'm telling you, the second Phil started live streaming, it is a wrap. Okay? Like, Phil thinks we're dumb. He thinks that everyone outside the condo and his streams are idiots. You know what I mean? Like, no one could do research, independent research, and look at things on their own. He acts like us detractors take our videos to a forensic video analysis place at the police department and go, hey, fix this up for me. I got a video that needs to be out by 9. No, Phil. Like, bro, to make my videos, it takes me almost 6 hours because I watch the same clips 2 or 3 times to make sure I don't misconstrue anything.
Themed sweaters, t-shirts, hats, all right? And I drink. It's the only stream all year long where you can see me actually imbibing myself with liquor on a stream to various levels of results. Some years I get completely sloshed, and other years it's not that big of a deal. It all depends on what I get. But anyway, so that's an exciting event. Also,
dude, Phil is full of it, and I like how he takes the sip of his clear water bottle with the sparkling fizzy water, you know, just to put the period at the end of his little statement. It's the one time a year I drink. No, the guy drinks all night. Like, during his break and into the evening and the, you know, early hours of the morning, the guy is drinking. And he gets all toxic and pissy if things are bugging him enough. That's literally what happens every night. Every night. He's using this little marathon for Christmas to just get unabashedly sloshed, dog. Like, just no holds barred, dude. This is his chance to go hard in the paint like LeBron, dude.
as you guys know, I am seeking to get an interview on the internet by someone prominent and someone with an audience to get my word out about my side of the story when it comes to all the very slanderous negative things said about me on the internet on a daily basis. Okay, so I'm still fielding offers. I still have some offers coming in, but I'm talking with several people as well. At this point, I'm very busy with all these releases, so I probably can't do it right now anyway, but I've told people who I'm interested in, you know, this is, I'll get back to you, you know, this is, I'm interested in doing it with you or whatever, and I've got a few candidates right now. Well, all of a sudden, in the last 2 days, someone like Destiny, all right? Destiny is a guy who, over the years, he listened to all the detractor memes about me, and he's talked about them every once in a while. Yeah, it's hurtful when he does. But does he fucking sit there and make a series of hateful videos? Does he every moment keep making fun of me? Does he really No. He's kind of casually hear about something, talk about it, and he moves on. All right? That's called normal human behavior. Obsessive behavior, that's not slanderous behavior. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, that's just one example. There's other people out there as well who are kind of the same, and those are the kind of people who I may be interested in talking with in my interview. Not someone who literally campaigned to slander me to get personal benefit. You know, like Rich from Review Tech USA.
Well, Phil, you're going to be sitting there looking for an interview for the next 100 years, because I am pretty sure, dude, no YouTuber with over 1 million subs wants to have an interview with you, like, at all, bro, unless, like, you know, they're into low-cal culture like that. And Destiny? Bro, Destiny will never interview you, Phil. The guy's out here discussing more important things than your next scam, dude. Like politics and things like that, bro. Doing debates and crap all day, man. I actually watch his stuff. But that's what Phil wants, alright? Like, he's revealing what his ultimate objective is. He already did. The guy just wants a huge, large platform. I said it before. He just wants a big platform to spread Pignosis. That's it. To spin the tail and to gaslight millions of people into thinking he's some innocent old man that's just getting bullied. He does nothing. He needs to fix the business, guys.
What I would like to do now is do the segment about what I discovered yesterday after people telling me what I need to do. I took a couple quick notes. Let me go grab them. I've left them over here by accident. I'm about to start a segment of this show that essentially is about a particular YouTuber who's talked about me on stream a day or two ago. It's exactly in line with what I was talking about a week ago when I said people have misconceptions about me and I would like to do a public interview to clear them up. I'm sure people are going to clip this segment of the podcast. I'm not surprised if that happens. And I'm absolutely sure people will send this segment of the podcast to this individual because this individual has admitted in their stream that they're up on the stuff about me. I don't think they necessarily watch my content, but they watch the detractor videos about me. That's unfortunate.
Oh no! Oh damn! That's how you know Phil's felt. He felt some weird way about what he saw, dude. That the drunk oaf had to go take notes. A bunch of chicken scratch on paper, bro. I'm gonna give you the context because you know Phil is too lazy to do that. So the video that Phil's about to talk about is Moist Critical. He was talking about Boogie. You know, and how Boogie pretty much took the crap in the NFT market. And now the guy's sitting here needing a part-time job's about time. You know, and then he brings up Phil for a second, dude. And he's just like, yeah, it's his whole thing. He begs. Like, Phil thinks that he doesn't beg. It's amazing, you know? So yeah, let's watch this. Let's get the full context. And then we'll watch Phil try to spread Pignosis onto him.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm frustrated for two reasons. Reason number one, because yeah, the game does suck. I really did not like tonight's stream, and in addition to that, as you guys can see, I stayed extra late for you guys, and basically it amounted to nothing. No one's really supported, which pisses me off. It does. Yeah, I'm playing a game. Obviously, it's frustrating. A lot of people showed up to watch it because you saw how frustrating it was, and no one supported. Yeah, that does upset me. Okay. One thing if I'm staying late and people are laughing, having a good time, and a few people are at least supporting the stream, but no one did. And that really upsets me. I'm going to hope that tomorrow when I finish it, there will be some support. Because it is pissing me off that I just stayed extra late and I got nothing for it. You know, the game's not even good.
Yeah, he just goes full mask off.
If this were me, I'm not even exaggerating. If this were me not streaming, playing this, I would have just turned the game right off and said, fuck this, I'm not playing this anymore. But the fact that I'm now 5 hours into it, obviously I want to finish it. You know, but I toughed it out for you guys tonight, and I got nothing out of it.
He then goes on to say, like, he doesn't even know if he'll be able to afford Gotham Knights on Friday because no one has donated enough, and he's not sure if they'll donate enough tomorrow. But that's his whole brand now. People watch DSP for, like, the shit show of it. Like, if you type in Darkside Phil, for example, like, I'm gonna test this. I'm not logged in on my main account here, so I guess we'll see. If you just type in Darkside Phil, like the first channels you get, I imagine are going to be like Bill Furnell, which is just the play off of his actual name. Just all of these channels that make memes of him. Yeah, his channel is the fourth thing there. And it's just, like, it just, that's his whole brand. So it's not really the same. It's a very different niche. Is it DSPGaming? I thought it was just Darkside Phil. Did I get them wrong? Which one does he stream on? Because this is the one with 7,000. Oh, you're right. It is DSPGaming. Oh, you're right. 62,000 videos. Whoops. It's not the same as like the Boogie situation, because this is just what he does. That is his whole brand. I still think DSP's biggest contribution to all of the internet is when he jerked off on stream, though. That shit is actually iconic. He not only jerked off, he blew a load and then immediately just started streaming. It was so fucking... that was like an actual top G maneuver, unironically. That guy goes so hard for that.
Oh, man. But you saw Charlie watch the clip. I think that was an Aqua Teal clip, too. So big ups. I'll smack you on the hand for not giving him her credit, bro. But, you know, that clip was not taken out of context. You know, it wasn't. That was Phil being Phil. He was drunk. It was the middle of the night. He had some low support, and he was frustrated by the game. But Phil's going to go and try to spin it all around. So you already know, when Phil saw all of that, dude, from a guy as big as Moist Critical, dude, something in Phil kind of snapped. And he got on Twitter, bro. Saw what Moist Critical said about me on stream today, snort. I personally like the guy and his content, and I will address it on stream tomorrow, Snort. He's not wrong, but it's very obvious he only watches the negative shit around me. And that's the entire point of why I've asked to be interviewed, Snort. When I've regular got the biggest YouTubers saying negative stuff about me based on the trending detractor vids, it's hard to keep this going, Snort. I hope Moist will listen. I know he will, he's reasonable. And I could clear the air a bit. We shall see. Y'all saw the timestamp on those tweets, bro. It was 4 a.m. Like, literally, I was half asleep when I saw this go down this morning. Oh, man, I was like, oh, my God, dude. We are in for a really, really, really gross rant, man. Oh. But, Phil, it's your fault. You expose yourself your whole life on every stream. You expose who you are. You get drunk, and when people are drunk, they normally show you who they are. Like, Phil, you've shown us every facet of your personality. You've been on the internet 15 years, Phil. Stop acting like you just came onto the scene and people just started making fun of you. Like,
A little bit about that. So the name of the person on YouTube, it's funny because their name is Moist Critical. And I've seen videos from Moist Critical before, and I think the guy is very charismatic. He's funny. He's informative. His content's good. His delivery is good. And when he actually covers topics, it's always a variety of interesting stuff. He covers news. Yes, he does cover drama with YouTubers and the like, but he covers many, many topics. And I like it. Like I said, not that I follow it. I'm not subscribed to it. But I watch every once in a while. I watch random videos on YouTube. And he's someone who every once in a while, I would go and watch a video from him. And I don't think I've ever watched a video from him that I didn't like or thought was really bad or boring or you know what I'm saying? Like, he seems like a real guy. He's huge. He's got millions of subs. All right? Millions. Every video he puts out gets hundreds of thousands to millions of views. He's very popular on YouTube right now. I don't know how long this is. The weird thing is a lot of people get confused. His YouTube channel is called like Penguins Zero, but he goes by Moist Critical. Like, he has a million names. His real name, I guess, is Charlie, but a million names. So it's confusing to try to figure it out, all right? But anyway, like I said, from what I've seen of the guy, seems like a real guy, great content. I got nothing negative to say there about him, all right? However, he did a quick segment, and every once in a while, he does bring me up. Usually, he brings me up in a meme. Like, he'll reference my accident in 2016, and he'll have a good laugh about it and say things like, you know, no one is like Darkside Phil. You name another person that could have something like that happen on a stream, and then immediately go into his normal stream and act like nothing happened. And
you look at Phil, he's kissing Charlie's ass right now. Because if it was any other content creator that was smaller than him, Phil would just be raging off the rails. But he's actually trying to watch his words and dress him up and kiss his ass, man. I love it, Phil. Stay humble.
Insanely embarrassed, and they would, disappear from the internet. But Phil just didn't care and just kept on going, right? So I think that it's both positive and negative, because obviously it is a kind of a thing to say that someone basically never gives up. And I think that's kind of that's a meme that's been on the internet about me for a very long time. That no matter what happens, whatever life throws at me, I just keep going. I don't let anything bother me, right? But at the same time, yes, that's it was an embarrassing moment. It's a laughable moment, and everyone's always going to make fun of me forever. I'm never going to live it down. I accept that. It's 6 years later. I'm still here. I didn't get canceled because of some stupid bullshit. Thank God the camera didn't pan down. Right? I mean, holy shit.
I won't lie, bro. When I do think about it, it does blow my mind. When I think about the content creators that got yeeted and deleted and canceled compared to Phil, bro. Like, I don't understand it. And then he sits here and he wears the title PigRoach like a badge of honor, bro. Like, he doesn't even get the memes. Nobody's out here celebrating that you're still around, Phil. If anything, we're befuddled and amazed. That's why we call you PigRoach, bro. Alright? You're a hybrid. You're a special hybrid of human animal, dude.
He brings it up all the time whenever he's referencing me as a joke. I think the joke is funny. There's nothing wrong there. The problem is the misconceptions about me that get spread all over the internet by my detractors in particular. And now we've got big channels like Moist Critical who reiterate those negative misconceptions and or take moments out of context as like, this is all who Phil is. And now everyone who watches his content believes that, and that's not fair. I'm not angry at at this guy. I think that it's fair that he says what he says because he's watching content about me on the internet that's half-truths or falsities, all right? But he's believing it. So I don't blame him, but what I want to do is clear up some of the things he said and then kind of have a follow-up, all right? And like I said, I'm sure people are going to send this to him now. I don't know if he's going to watch it in his content or not. Maybe he will. It would be nice if he did, so at least he gets a little bit of my side of the story, okay?
Like, he's literally just like that. This is literally what he'll do in an interview. If Moist Critical was to interview him, he's about to do what he's about to do. My life has been rough, guys. It's been tough. It's been really tough. It has. Like, shut up, Phil. You make 6 figures. Life ain't that rough, bro.
What's funny is, as soon as he starts talking about me, you know he doesn't know the truth. Because the first thing he says is, oh, I can't even play the clip I want to play about Phil because he's permabanned on Twitch, and if I play this, then I'll get in trouble. And I was like, huh? What is he talking about? Permabanned on Twitch? I've never been banned on Twitch. Not once. I was suspended a few times for false copyright shit that got cleared up immediately. I was never banned from Twitch ever. So I'm just kind of scratching my head, and then I realized that's what the detractors say. They all say that I was perma-banned off of Twitch, and everyone believes it because that's what they've been saying for ever since. You know, here's the truth of what happened. All right, I was a full-time streamer on Twitch for 4.5 years. All right, and what ended up happening was my haters or detractors, whatever you want to call them, had an actual concerted effort. They banded together in the first half of 2021.
No one ever said that you got banned from Twitch, Phil. Like, I'm trying to tell you, is Moist Critical really supposed to stay up on what Phil's doing in the exact details? That's why we're in the streets. You know, nobody said, Phil, that you got perma-banned from Twitch, bro. But your little pissy attitude about when you got departnered, bro, would make anyone that's not that deep into your lore assume that you just got banned. Because as soon as you got departnered, screw Twitch. I'm going back to YouTube. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct legally, even though, bro, all Phil does is skirt the lines of TOS. On every platform, he's either breaking TOS or he's tiptoeing the line.
To try to get me canceled off the internet when word started spreading that a lot of these businesses started to have a more liberal, left-leaning mentality to how they were run. So what they ended up doing was taking compilations of some things that I said over the years, some of which were over 10 years old, okay? Things that I had publicly apologized for, left, right, up, and down, and admitted they were horrible jokes I made a decade ago, things that I don't do anymore. All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits. Right? She's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money. Bombarding every business that I have any involvement with this slander campaign against me. So we're talking places like Twitch, places like Teespring, places like Streamlabs, you know, things that you need to operate an online business as a content creator. And systematically, each one of them started kicking me out. All right, Twitch kicked me out of the partner program, claiming that they had evidence that I have used hate speech. And I said, well, you're legally obligated to provide evidence of this, do so, and their legal team ghosted me. They felt, oh, Phil's not big enough to sue us for this, so we're just gonna ghost him. So they did. You know, they knew I wasn't Dr. Disrespect. They knew I didn't have the clout and the money to sue them to try to get, you know, my name cleared up.
Dude, sooner or later, Twitch was probably going to give you the boot from the partner program, Phil. I don't know who you're kidding, man. You're the most abrasive person on the internet. Combine that with your reckless greed and your endless just lies and manipulation, bro. How are you not surprised? There's like hundreds of thousands of people, bro, that just want to see you get a job and leave YouTube.
What idiots say about me that's not true. The next thing he said, also I'm not shocked, he goes, oh, by the way, the reason that this came up, I should bring this up because I didn't do this. Boogie just came out with a video like a week or two ago where essentially he's appealing he lost all of his money because he invested it in cryptocurrency, and as you know, this year cryptocurrency crashed. So he had a nest egg from all his years. You know, he has over 4 million subs on YouTube. At one point, he had over 5 million. All his videos used to bring in hundreds of thousands to millions of views. And now he's completely waned in popularity on YouTube, doesn't make that much money on it anymore. And all his money he had in savings, he blew on crypto. So he's broke. So he's appealing to his audience saying, please help me, right? Please, if you can, super chat. Please become a member. Please buy my merch. Here's my t-shirts, right? He was shilling to his audience. He could do that. That's fine. But what Moist Critical was making a point of is he goes, here's a YouTuber who used to have used to have 5 million. Now he has 4 million. And he's literally like begging people on his stream for money. Like, it's not a good look. I agree. But if what Boogie's saying is true, I understand why he's doing it. Okay? I can see both sides. All right?
You can see both sides, Phil, because you're living on one of the sides and you have enough sense to know what you're doing is messed up, dude. Come on. He's really trying to compare himself to Boogie, bro. Like, Boogie, he ain't good either, bro. He is just as irresponsible with money than Phil. But I can honestly respect Boogie a little more than Phil, because Boogie's at least like, hey, bro, I blew all my money at the NFT casino and I'm sitting here broke. I need $5. I would give him $5 before Phil. You know, Phil doesn't ever want to show you evidence. I don't play mobile games. These detractors are crazy and they're lying, snort. When literally all this could go away if he was just a man and took the hit on the wrist and just showed the evidence. But nope, we gotta go and dig for it ourselves like salt miners, bro. Like he begs for you to pay for his groceries, bro. So he could go have a beautiful night out with his horse, dude. Like, come on, man. Boogie, it's looking like he's in more dire straits than you, Phil. He's actually telling us what's up. What about you, dude?
The reason that he starts talking about me is because someone brings me up. Well, then what do you think of Dark Side Phil? Because he's infamous for being an eBay, right? So basically that's when Moist Critical goes, well, yeah, I'm up on Phil. Basically the way he says it, you can tell that like he's interested in me as a character, but he doesn't watch my content. All right? You can tell he's not sitting here right now watching my stream. He's watching the detractor highlight of my stream that picks at the bad parts and says that's all that I am. Basically like, yeah, I'm up on Phil. Here, let me play this video. But then he's banned on Twitch. I can't play it. And then someone cleared up and said he's not banned on Twitch. You could play it. So then he plays it. And what is it? Of course, it's the scorn clip. So we'll talk about that in a moment. All right? But the other point he makes, and again, this is another detractor thing. He says, you know, you can't even search for Dark Side Phil anymore on the internet and get his content. All you get is detractor stuff. All right? So he goes, look, I'm not even logged in on YouTube here. I'll prove it. And he searches for Dark Side Phil. The first thing that comes up is the Down the Rabbit Hole documentary about me. At this point now has accumulated over 6.5 million views and is still climbing in popularity. Now, I already addressed that documentary earlier this year, and I basically addressed all the things in that were half-truths or misconceptions. I would hope that out of the 6.5 million people, maybe 1,000 of them will watch my react, right, to get the true story. But that's the problem with being a small-time creator, is that you don't have that kind of control, right?
Bro, Phil just wants to control everything. He just wants to control the whole narrative about his history. 15 years of history. Some of you guys, bro, one of my best friends. Like, next year, we've been friends for like 21 years, dude. I'm trying to tell you, I know the guy like the back of my hand. It's the same thing for Phil. Like, I don't know him personally, but he gets too personal on his streams in a very toxic way. And he repeats the same things every day, bro. He repeats the schedule every day across Twitter, across YouTube, across the street, everything. He acts an ass every night. Every day something triggers him, and if he goes at least 2 days with no money, like low support, bro, the guy gets super toxic towards his fans. This is a every day, every week, every year thing for the last for the last 15 years, dude. This he's the most toxic person on the internet.
And know both sides. It's sad. I think the next video down was like probably like another negative documentary about me, and then it was like the Dark Side Phil channel. Okay, and I'm like, okay, so I'm the third thing down, right, when it comes to my name. But then he's looking at it and he's confused because he thought it was worse than that. And then he looks at the channel, he's like, wait a minute, Darkside Phil only has 7,000 videos. That's not right. And then everyone told him it's because his channel's DSPGaming, not Darkside Phil. And Moist Critical literally goes, really? I didn't know that. Funny is it that I'm infamous on the internet, right? But no one even knows that I make content. No one can even find the channel because why? I'll tell you why. Because my detractors have done this on purpose. Talk about me. They say DSP or Darkside Phil. Or they say DSP space gaming. They do it on purpose because they realize if they actually just said DSP gaming, people would actually come to this channel to check it out to see if what is said about me is true. They do it on purpose to control the narrative. So now
That is a lie. He's objectively lying, bro. Like my boy Duty. Look, he doesn't do that. He doesn't tag DSP space gaming, bro. He doesn't do that. All right? Go to my channel. I know I don't do it. Let me see. Let me go to my last video. I know I don't do it. I don't do it. You know? Let's see what Snort's up to, dude. Snort doesn't do it. Wow, bro. It's kind of amazing, dude. Hey, let's go to the top daddy out here. I wonder if Snort Burnell does it. Let's see. You know, if Snort Burnell does it, then maybe Phil has a point. You know, let's see. No, he doesn't even tag DSP Gaming sometimes, bro. So, Phil, you're objectively lying. That's a lie, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about. You barely know how the algorithm works, boy.
search for Darkside Phil, you see the negative stuff about me first. If you actually just search for DSP Gaming, I come up first. And in fact, I did it myself. I tested it. You get DSP Gaming, you get my stream, and you get videos that I just did recently. You get all DSP Gaming content first. Then maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 entries down, now you start to get some negative stuff about me. But at least if you search for DSP Gaming, you get the actual stuff first. But notice no one says DSP Gaming. They say DSP or Darkside Phil or the space between. It's done on purpose.
Maybe, Phil, no one wants to literally dig through a mile-high pile of crap, dude, of little pig manure to see what's going on. Phil, oh no, Phil, your whole operation is literally a lesson for the world of how not to run a stream, a business, how not to live a life, honestly, dude. Like, come on, you think Moist Critical, a guy with millions and millions of subs, has the time, has the patience, or really has the general care to really do that much digging, bro? You know, if he really did care to interview you and do research, I know, bro, he would go into your content himself. And you know he'll probably say, he'll go, dang, not only is he a beggar, he's boring as hell.
And let's address it fairly. All right, I'm playing Scorn, and everything this week that I'm playing Scorn is kind of going wrong around me. All right, my dishwasher breaks, and I can't afford to fix it. So I'm pissed off about that. Financially, things are so tight. I'm looking at the rest of the month, and I'm like, man, I got games coming up. And I can't even really afford them right now. With what I'm making on my streams and everything, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got all these new releases coming up, and I'm nervous. You know, it's in a bad place. You know, I remember when I was playing Scorn that night, I had every intention of liking the game because the first stream I really liked it. That was the stream where the game went to combat, and the combat is absolutely terrible in that game. And there's a double boss fight and all of that. And I basically had stayed later that night than I usually would. As you know, I try to get out of here between like 9:15. Typically, I'm still not even done with work till after 10. I get maybe an hour and a half to spend with my wife every night before we have to go to sleep. Okay? I got really heated, really tilted. And then when it was time to adjourn, I basically turned the recording off for the playthrough because it didn't have to be part of the playthrough. But I basically was very honest with my audience. All right? Now, people don't like honesty on the internet. They don't. To be honest, when people are honest on the internet, people spin it like, oh, you're so mean. or, oh, you know, you're greedy or this or that. It's honesty is very, how can I say, if you're honest about something, there's going to be a couple different schools of people who receive it differently.
Wow, the internet's biggest degenerate liar, bro, trying to explain how honesty works. Oh my God, Phil. It's not the fact that you just lie to people. You literally get full-blown toxic towards your audience. Okay? It doesn't matter sometimes if you're honest or not, Phil. It's how you talk to people, bro. Like, so my wife, she isn't a morning person, right? But I am. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day, ready to fucking take the day by the horns. But my wife, you know, I say, hey, good morning, and she's like, leave me alone. And I get in a bad mood, like, bitch, you didn't have to, you didn't have to talk to me like that. You didn't have to snip at me. But I don't get all tilted because I understand. It's morning, she's not a morning person, whatever. I'll talk to you in a few hours, nigga. But Phil doesn't understand that. Phil doesn't even grasp the concept of honesty, bro. What the hell?
I like to be honest with my audience as much as I can. But I can't be honest 100% of the time, because when I am, then people use information to hurt me, as we've seen over the years. But what ended up happening was I got absolutely no contributions at all that whole last hour of the stream, which was the struggle part that I stayed later. Okay? Now, I'm not entitled to anyone contributing to my streams. I'm not. No one has to contribute at all. Hell, I'm doing a podcast right now for 53 minutes. There's nothing. There's no contributions today yet.
Bro, Phil's a walking hypocrite, dude. Like, come on, Phil. You literally did an unrecorded beg segment, bro. Berating people because you were mad at the game, number one. And number two, because support was low. Like, bro, you need to get a goddamn job, Phil. A part-time job. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Utterly unacceptable how you treat other people, bro. I'm not entitled. I'm not entitled to anyone's money. But then he literally told you how entitled he felt to your money. Amazing.
To anything at all. No one has to ever contribute to any of my content if they don't like it. They don't like the way I operate my business. None of you have to do anything. We just talked about this recently. My detractors actually say things like, Phil has the Pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing. You're out of your mind? You know how crazy you sound? Do you also wear the tinfoil hat, you know, and turn on all your radios loud so that people can't hear you when you say you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Right?
Hey, do you know Dark Side Phil? He's a streamer. He's spreading Pignosis. He's making people give them money.
Well, I guess I'm officially the Alex Jones of the detractor community. Screw it, I'll wear that with a badge of pride. It's a badge of pride for your boy. I got my tinfoil hat on right now, dude. Let's go. About to crank the radios up on you right now, Phil. I'm spreading the message. Pignosis is real, and Phil's trying to spread it worldwide. That's why he wants to be on an interview with someone with millions of subs.
If I'm honest with my audience, doesn't mean that I'm demanding something. Was I upset that night? I absolutely, positively was upset. The game pissed me the fuck off. It made me feel like shit because the game was badly designed and it ruined an experience for me because I was liking the game up to that point, and I was actually sad that the game had gotten so bad at that point. Already had a week where things were already really bad for me financially, both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. You know, it was a slow week that week, and I didn't even know what was going to happen being able to afford stuff. And I was honest with my audience that night, and some people just can't take that honesty. They don't want that. They don't. They want me to say, oh, everything's happy and rainbows, and if Phil was grateful, he would never say a word, right?
Yes, Phil. Yes, Phil, that's what people kind of expect, bro. Like, you know, you're a human being. You're gonna get mad and pissy, but bro, like, dude, you literally sit here and cry about things you can't afford. Like, do you grasp how entitled and just pompous that sounds? My dishwasher broke, I can't fix it, guys. My car broke, guys. My marriage is falling apart, guys. Like, god dang, nobody came to your stream, Phil, to literally hear about your problems. And to see you get so toxically pissed off because people didn't support you. It makes no sense, Philip. None.
I don't make a lot of money doing this, like I used to at least. I've had tons of financial difficulties in my life. I had to go through a bankruptcy 2.5 years ago. I'm still behind on things because people keep messing with me. If people would just leave me alone, I'd be fine. But I constantly have people who mess with me in every possible way, whether it would be trying to cancel business opportunities, like I said, my partnership with Twitch, my Teespring store, things like that, which is not fair because they do it for things I did 12 years ago, not the real me today. That's really not fair that I have those kind of things happen to me in the modern day, okay? In ways that continuously mess with my finances. For example, last year, someone stole my identity, all right? They tried to steal lots of money from me. I was forced to close down all of my accounts and start them all over fresh. And when I did that, there were payments that could not be made, that ended up violating agreements that I had, that ended up costing hundreds to sometimes thousands of dollars to fix. All right? This was not cheap. It really just screwed me up. And then things just keep, this year, just 2 months ago, blatant false copyright strikes against the channel. So now people are apprehensive about contributing because they're afraid if they become a member, oh, Phil's going to get suspended. I don't get my membership benefits. So I lose $1,000 of what I normally would have as revenue in a month that I need to pay my bills and operate my business.
See what I mean? That's what he would do in an interview, bro. That's 100% what he would do in an interview. It's the Level 1 podcast on someone else's channel so Phil could twist and contort and spin everything so he looks good. But no matter what he does at this point, he will never look good, bro. Because he is who he is. I don't know how he doesn't get this. I want to slap him across the jowls, bro. Like, Phil, wake up. How do you not realize it's you? You the person, bro. Us detractors, literally, bro. Come on, man. You can't blame us for your problems. Acting like we're crashing through the condo gates, bro. Breaking the TV. Come on, man. And the only reason why people feel the need to have to dig and take and, you know, rummage through your stuff, Phil, is because you lie all the time so constantly while taking people's money. You take people's money and give them almost nothing in return. They just get to sit and watch you. That's it. That is literally it. You don't give anyone anything of value outside of your little... Ooh.
Just keep happening that just get me down on my luck. And this is just shit that shit happens. You know, my car breaks down, my dishwasher breaks down, my TV breaks. That's normal shit of life. But I'm not in a position where I have any kind of a backup. I don't have any credit. I don't have a nest egg. I have nothing to fall back on. So when that stuff happens, a normal person says, okay, I don't want to, but I put it on a credit card. Or I don't want to, but I'll dip it to my savings. I don't have any of that. All right? I hopefully will have that long term, but I'm not there yet. I'm trying to recover from bankruptcy. All right?
Whose fault, Phil, is it that you have no nest egg? You have nothing to show, bro, for being probably, arguably, one of the first Let's Players on YouTube with the commentary, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Phil was making a good 7 figures at one point, and he blew it all on credit cards. He blew it all on 2 condos. He blew it all on sweaty men pools, alcohol, DoorDash, fucking steak, everything except rational, real-life decisions. And you want to know why? Because this guy lives like every day's the weekend. Like, literally, he's a 15-year-old spirit crammed inside this ugly-ass 40-year-old body, bro. He has no concept of budgeting, of saving money, of planning ahead for things that, you know, could happen to you. Like, he puts all his eggs into one basket. Instead of trying to stream and do content on multiple things, he's sitting there like, I'm gonna just live here. He's like a bum living in your house until you finally kick him out. And what makes it worse is that he makes over $100,000 a year. The guy's about to reach 120, 30K by the end of December, bro. And he's still sitting here like, bad things keep happening to me. I will never, he looks like the Tiger King right now, bro. I will never financially recover from this. Making over $100,000. That's how you know he's just frittering away his money into the fire on nothing. He's not trying to improve the quality of his streams. He's not trying to get a new PC. He's not trying to, hire an editor or do any editing himself. The guy has the money to improve his situation, but he refuses to because he's a full-blown gambling addict. He's a little kid, dude.
Bad scoring stream, let's make fun of him. That's the problem with the internet. People focus on what they want and they spin the narrative the way they want. They don't hear both sides of the story. You know what I mean? So, Moist Critical basically says Phil goes full mask off in this clip, basically showing that all he cares about is like the money, right? That couldn't be further from the truth. On my streams, I wish I never had to mention money. I never used to. If you look back at my content from 10 years ago, when I was very popular on YouTube and I was rolling in the ad revenue, I never mentioned money. I was never asking for it. I didn't have a PayPal where you could donate. I just started a Patreon.
That's a lie. The bro's always been money focused, dude. Since the jump. I could go further than 10 years. Let's go 15 when he got kicked off AdSense for telling people to click on ads. Remember that?
The fun comes from. So I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone. I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com. I've gotten many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that. So, thanks a lot.
For that week, I very much live week to week when it comes to income and what I can afford. I know that sounds scary because it is. That's my reality. Ever since I have no credit and, my bankruptcy, I can't get credit right now. That's the situation I'm in. All right. It sucks. I absolutely positively don't like that, living in that situation. It's not healthy for me or my family. That's the situation I'm in. Misconceptions about me. I do. There's so many people out there who say negative shit about me on a daily basis, but they only show one side of me. What they will never show is the fun Halloween stream I did yesterday, where literally not once was it a discussion of really money or anything like that, right? Not once. It wasn't me begging. It wasn't me asking for anything. It was just people contributing out of their own free will because they were having a good time and, having a great one. That's the ideal for me.
Shut up, Phil. It's almost like implied that you're expecting a lot of support during a marathon. Like, come on. It's almost baked into the word marathon. You guys remember the Jerry Lewis telethons? Like, come on, bro. You're grinding that hard hour for hour just to collect as much money as you can in one foul swoop. And what you give people for all those 12 hours is nothing, bro. We get to hear you smack into the mic when you eat. It's robust. The soup, you could tell the little pepper flecks. It makes it a little hot. Like, god dang, shut up, Phil. And then he's wearing the worst costume I've ever seen. Like, no.
$1 million. Do you understand? It's not even the same ballpark. That's like the major leagues versus the fucking little leagues. Yeah, I can't fathom how I get brought up like this stuff. Like that. Seriously. It's like confusing as hell. But if you're gonna have the negative, I hope you would at least air some of the positive. All right. So that's all I have to say about that. I have no idea if I'll ever hear from Moist Critical on any of it. Probably not. I wouldn't even tell him to bother wasting his time because probably it's not going to turn into anything good for him. It's a shame, that I don't get that fair shake and I don't get to talk to the people who regularly say shit like this about me, these misconceptions. But again, I don't blame him. When literally he searches for me and he sees new negative video about Phil, here you go. That's what he's going to focus on. He's not going to hear about the Halloween marathon where Phil literally didn't ask for anything, and that wasn't it, even though he was on stream for 10 hours. All he's going to hear about is the Scorn Begathon and shit like that, right? So there you go.
Oh, man. I hope you guys were able to find a laugh or two in this video, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe how hardcore. Like, Phil just gave us a preview of the interview. Full-blown Pignosis, I called it. Nobody needs to waste their time. The interview arc needs to end soon. Alright, guys, I'm gonna see you later. Tomorrow we're gonna restream since it's my last day before I have to go to work again. So, we'll have a little fun before your boy has to get back to it. But yeah, until the next video, guys, remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good, fun stuff. I'm gonna catch you all in the next video, my friends. Peace.
Hey, do you know Dark Side Phil? He's a streamer. He's spreading Pignosis. He's making people give them money.
Everything was right. Everything's correct.